I can't tell you how excited I was when I stumbled upon a first-person combat mod for Elden Ring. Well, to tell the truth, I actually found the same mod for Dark Souls 3 first, and then I discovered that the creator of that one was bringing it to Elden Ring and it's currently in beta. The developer of the first-person Souls project, or FPS project, has done so much work to really retool the combat and movement to adapt to the new view rather than just gluing the camera to the player's face like so many other janky first-person mods for other games. I haven't played Elden Ring in a while. I only beat it once and got about halfway through a New Game Plus run when I got distracted and moved on to another game. But seeing this makes me excited to come back and re-experience the game from another perspective. The massive scale of the environments was daunting when playing for the first time in third person, but it's a whole other thing when you really feel how small your character is. I can only imagine this experience in VR. And yes, there is a VR mod for Elden Ring. I may try and set that up next, but my computer may also explode. I really enjoy being able to walk around the environments and look at all the small details. I feel like these are more easily passed over in third-person perspective, and I often had wished I could get a closer look at certain things. The first-person perspective also makes combat encounters much more up-close and personal, especially with large or aggressive enemies, but thankfully, the dev has made quite a few tweaks to rebalance combat for this mode. When you switch into first-person perspective, the lock-on function is completely turned off, and instead you're given a crosshair and the ability to strafe relative to the direction that you're facing, rather than around a specific target. Also in this mode, all projectiles now aim directly for the center of the screen on the crosshair, which makes accurate range attacks a lot easier without the use of lock-on. I decided to add an extra little mod to the mix to make it a little bit less disorienting. Usually you have the option of tracking dodges, which means that your camera moves realistically with your character while you roll. It's kinda cool, but it quickly made me dizzy. The other option is to disable dodge tracking, which doesn't flip your camera around, but it still looks goofy due to being briefly disconnected from your body as it flails around on the ground. My solution was to add in a mod to replace the rolling animation with a sidestep from Bloodborne. It feels a lot more natural with the first person, and it allows you to dodge attacks without losing your lunge. There's still a little bit of jankiness with this mod. Sometimes you get some weird clipping issues, but that's to be expected from a game that was not made with this perspective in mind, and there's surprisingly few issues from the bit that I've played. This mod suddenly turns Elden Ring into a game that scratches the same itch as Elder Scrolls games for me, which automatically unlocks extra reserves of dopamine, usually only for that one specific franchise, just by adding this mode. Of course, it helps that the modder has done so much work to make it integrate with the game as naturally as possible. I find myself taking a lot more time as I'm wandering through the environments, being a lot more careful with encounters to make sure I don't get surrounded with my limited view. I find myself utilizing stealth quite a bit more as well. I definitely say it makes the game a bit harder, but not by a huge amount, just enough to be a new challenge. If you're interested in this mod, it is PC only, but check out the links down below. The FPS mod itself is pretty easy to install, but if you plan on having other mods like the Bloodborne sidestep, the process is a bit more difficult. Thanks for watching, and here's a shiny gold star for you subscribers out there. Bye!